What up, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Mr. Princess, SoundCloud, SoundClick, and all points Bedford Stuyvesant, New York. No, I don't live there. I'm not from there. But today, young man, I don't know what his name is. I don't have the bulletin up in front of me like I usually do. I'm sorry about that. When I go to bed, I got to go to work in the morning tomorrow, Sunday. But in retaliation, there was a retaliation killing in Bedford Stuyvesant where two cops were doing overtime, and a young man, African American male, I don't know his name, I'm sorry, pretty much, I'm sorry, that's my heater right there, my space heater. But anyways, he rolls up on the two officers and he shoots them both. He assassinated them, and he shot him in the head. And he said in his he assassinated them and then he killed himself, turned the gun on him. And he says, I'm putting heads on pigs, is what he said. And he shot the two officers. He said that before he did it. He put it on Instagram or something like that. And he said, this may be my last post in him, and it was. And he went out, he saw the cops, and he did what he was going to do. And my thing is, you know what? My thing is, for one, he was pissed about all the killings. He was really pissed about Eric Garner's killing. And then, see, there's a whole thing that goes with this. It's not just Eric Garner's killing. They've been killing us since Obama came in office. I'm going to tell y'all a story. When Obama became primary, I went to a party, and there was nothing but black people there, suit and tied up. This wasn't no hood party. It was downtown Columbus, Ohio, right? I went to a party, and, we was all, dressed up nice and everything. And when Obama became primary, it was like, yeah, we was in the club. It was a club, you know what I'm saying, having a good time. And when I saw all those black people shouting and excited, I was like, you know what? Somebody's going to die tonight. And, as sure as I live, that's exactly what happened. And I was talking to a young lady, trying to get to know her. But when I saw that, I said, listen, you need to go home because it's not going to be safe tonight. And I left, and about an hour after I left, what happened was there was a guy outside. This is what the cops said, he was squealing his tires because he was happy that Obama was in office. And two plainclothes cops approached him, and they said he tried to hit him with their car, with his car. He tried to run one of the cops over, and it's like, I know the people who were at that party. Like, I don't believe what the police said, but nonetheless they shot and they killed him. They killed him. That was the first killing. It was in Columbus, Ohio. They killed that black man. And they did it in front of people. And it's just been going on since then. And, and then when they killed that 12-year-old boy, they killed an 8-year-old girl in Detroit. They killed another 4-year-old girl. They killed her father, too, on the same day. Man, they've been killing us. They've been killing us left and right. And I made a video about this. I was like, you cops better cut that out because there are some people who just can't take that. They're not going to sit back and wait on the justice system, especially when the system constantly fails. And then what really put the nail in the coffin is when people are going, I can't breathe, and then police officers are wearing shirts that says, I can breathe. You want to mock a dead man? See, this war is not just a war of flesh and bone. It's a spiritual war. This is not an accident. This is not for fun. It's not for playing. It's not going nowhere. It's going to get worse. This is not a war. This is not a casual thing. It's not, oh, they shot another black man, black woman. They shot a woman this year. They shot that woman down near the White House in her car. They shot her through her window. Through her window. They bullet that woman up, a black woman. I remember seeing the video. Man, they've been killing, listen, they've been killing a black person. They was doing it every 2 weeks. College student, he was trying to move his car and the cop wouldn't let him move his car. Then the cop said he tried to hit him with the car. It wasn't true. Went to, I forgot what university it was. Cop shot him right through his car. They see, they've been shooting us and laughing about it. And there's some people who just, they've had enough. And what Eric Garner did, Michael Brown did, those two incidents, it's I've had enough. Listen, there was a warning that went out a couple years ago, and there was the African American male, and what he did was he went and shot. I think he shot 4 cops. He shot 2 cops. One was a traffic cop, and another one, he shot 2 traffic cops. One was on a bike. He shot those 2, and then when SWAT team came after him, he had AK-47. He lit another one up. He killed like 2 or 3 cops. Like, he was not playing. This is not an accident. There was another incident where 4 police officers were killed at one time. This guy walked into a cafe. They were sitting there. He blew them all away. These are not accidents, people. It's serious. It's. Listen, the military has been giving the police officers their equipment. Have you ever noticed the cops don't look like cops anymore? They all look like they came back from Iraq because the cops are not cops. There hasn't been a cop in 50 years. There hasn't been a real police officer in 50 years. Because police officers are sworn in by the people. And please tell me, which officer did you swear in? Police officers used to know us. They used to live in our hoods. They used to live. We knew all the cops. When the cops came to get one of us when I was growing up, my family knew who the cop was. If a cop comes to my house right now, I have no idea who that officer is. I don't know if he's friend or foe. Cops didn't do this. But now these cops got carte blanche to shoot people. I'm from Pittsburgh. They've been blowing people up in Pittsburgh. And the justice system won't help. All your marching and I can't breathe. You know what? I'm going to tell you, that is good because it's showing a show of force. It's showing the numbers of people who really give a damn. That's what it's showing. However, and I'm all about peaceful protests. I'm all about showing up in numbers, but peaceful protest has gotten us nowhere. Remember Diallo? Amadou Diallo? Johnny Gamage? Remember all those people? The 5 police officers who had the hung jury in Pittsburgh over Johnny Gamage. They shot him, and they didn't shoot him. They beat Johnny Gamage to death because he was driving. Matter of fact, he had a relative who played for the Steelers, and he was driving one of his cars, driving a Jaguar. I remember because I was on that street. And a girl who was living in Bloomfield, she was like, this is where Johnny Gamage got killed. They stopped him. They pulled him out the car. They beat him so bad. And he's like, I'm only 31. Like, what did I do? He got him out the car. They beat him so bad that when the ambulance was called, the ambulance people had to scream at the cops to get off of him. They crushed his larynx from the back through. They put their knee on his neck. Boom. cracked his larynx. They beat him up so bad that Johnny Gamage was dead and the cops were still beating him. Those cops got no time for that. None. No time at all. They had a hung jury. Those cops walked. And the prosecutor who was supposed to help prosecute them was speaking to their lawyer, and he said, the prosecutor said, how are we going to get these men off? You can't provoke people. You can't keep provoking people and think nothing's going to happen. You think people are just going to let you kill them? You can't provoke them. People are more spiritual than they are physical, and you woke up something you shouldn't have, and now there are innocent people dying left and right, and you think this incident today, you think that it's going to be the end of it? You have no idea what you're messing with, and I told you cops to stop it, but you want to tease a dead man? You are messing with spirits that are far larger and wider and numerous than you will ever be. You are messing with a universe that loves blood. And they're coming for you. They're coming for you. They're going to infuse men, women, and children, and they're going to come after what you started. You started this, and you have no idea who you're dealing with. There will be blood. There will be death. And when you meet your maker, you're not going to have no excuse. These spirits, they come for what they come for. When you play with them, when you wake them up, when you tease them, they come after you. In the middle of the day, in the middle of the night, they don't care. They want what they want. And you don't know. You don't know what it is. You don't know because you don't live in that world. You don't pay them any mind. And that's when they get you. They catch you off guard. When you think nothing is going to happen to you. And you think you're protected by a phony justice system. Or by your weapons that the military is giving you. But they get you when you least expect it. And then you're gone. That's it. And everybody's looking for the reason why, but we've been telling you. We've been telling you. Stop it. Tell your kinsmen. Tell them to put down their weapons. Tell them to cease fire. Tell them to stop killing innocent people, but you laughed at the dead. And they're coming for you.